Welcome to the I'm Rich People channel. Hey, let's talk. Not about hustle, not about the latest side hustle or passive income trend, but about something a little deeper, something a little quieter, something you might not even say out loud, that feeling of being stuck, working hard but never quite getting ahead, saving a little but somehow always falling behind, telling yourself this month will be different, and yet here you are again. Still broke, still tired, still wondering what you're doing wrong. And maybe no one's told you this, but it's not just about how much you make. It's about what's underneath how you handle money. The unspoken stuff. The patterns, the beliefs, the habits that quietly sabotage you without you even noticing. So today I want to unpack that. Not from a place of blame, but from a place of real talk. Like a friend who cares enough to say what others won't. Here are a few reasons why you might still be broke, and why none of this is really your fault, but it is your responsibility to change it. Let's get into it. 1. You were never taught how money actually works. Let's be honest. Most schools don't teach us how to manage money. They'll teach you how to find the square root of 144, but not how interest works on a credit card. So you grow up figuring it out on your own, watching your parents struggle maybe, guessing, copying what everyone else is doing. And that's where the problem begins. Because what everyone else is doing usually isn't working either. So if you're broke, it's not because you're lazy. It's because no one showed you what to do differently. But now you get to learn. And more importantly, you get to unlearn. You mistake spending for self-care. This one's sneaky. You have a rough day. You're exhausted. You feel unseen. So you treat yourself. Again and again. But here's the truth. If treating yourself is keeping you in debt, that's not self-care. That's self-sabotage in disguise. True self-care is having peace when you check your bank account. It's knowing your bills are paid before you buy that thing to feel better. So before you click Add to Cart, ask yourself, am I spending to feel okay? Or am I spending because I'm okay? Big difference. 3. You avoid looking at your money. Most people don't want to check their balance, or open that budgeting app, or face the number in the red. But here's the thing. Avoiding it doesn't make it go away. It just gives it more power. You can't change what you're not willing to see. Even if it's uncomfortable, knowing where your money goes is the first step to gaining control. Awareness isn't shameful. It's empowering. On 4. You're emotionally attached to looking successful. This one stings, because a lot of people stay broke trying to look like they aren't. Nice clothes, new gadgets, nights out, a lifestyle that doesn't reflect the bank account behind it. And listen, I get it. Nobody wants to look like they're struggling. But here's the truth. Real wealth is quiet, and so is the journey to get there. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't need to perform. You just need to be real with where you are, so you can actually move forward. 5. You haven't made a plan. Wishing to be rich isn't a strategy. Hoping it just works out isn't a financial plan. You don't need a perfect spreadsheet, but you do need direction. A simple plan. A clear goal. Even if it's just, this month I save $50 and track my spending every weekend. Small, boring steps build big, beautiful freedom. Without a plan, money disappears. With a plan, even a little goes a long way. 6. You think being broke is just about income. Let's be clear. Making more money can help. But if your mindset, habits, and lifestyle don't change with your income, you'll just go broke at a higher level. There are people making 6 figures who live paycheck to paycheck because more money doesn't fix what we refuse to face. Getting rich isn't just about earning. It's about learning to manage, keep, and grow what you have. And you can start practicing that no matter how much you make right now. 7. You've internalized being broke as your identity. Maybe you grew up around scarcity, always hearing, we can't afford that. Money doesn't grow on trees. People like us just get by. And slowly, you began to believe it. Not just that you are broke, but that you will always be broke. But listen, being broke is a temporary situation. It is not who you are. You are allowed to shift, to outgrow the story, to decide this ends with me. Take a breath. Which one of these hit a little too close? Which one made you pause and think, yeah, that's me? Good, because that awareness is the beginning of real change. And no, Change doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen moment by moment. Every time you say no to an impulse buy, every time you check your spending instead of avoiding it, every time you choose your long-term peace over short-term pleasure, you are rewriting your money story. So no, you're not broken, you're not behind, you're not failing, you're just waking up. And that alone changes everything. Start small. Start where you are. You don't need a perfect plan, just a true one, rooted in honesty, grounded in self-respect, and fueled by the belief that your future deserves better than your past. This isn't about guilt. It's about choice. You can do this. And you're not alone. Let's build something real, one choice at a time. If you don't subscribe to this channel, I'm Rich People, you might never hear from us again. But if you already did, congratulations. You're growing every single day.